May is just a tough and expensive month for us, but we made it through. Thank God for sinking funds.
Hi, I'm Megan with Bethel Budgets. I'm here because it's more than just math. At some point, you've probably built a budget. You've laid out your income, you've laid out your expenses, and thought it's simple math. I'll just stick to what's on the paper. But then life happened and your budget didn't work out. The reason? Because it's more than just math. That's where I come in. Let's figure this out together. Don't give up. You've got this.
Hi, welcome to our Sinking Funds Saturday video. This is where we get to take all of the money that we plan to put in our sinking funds and that we got from our Transfer Tuesday video and move it over to our sinking funds and put it into the different categories of our sinking funds. Thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, make sure that once you've subscribed, let me know in the comments so that I can welcome you to my channel personally. I'm so glad that you are here. Let's jump in. On the screen here, you can see, well, it's my table of contents. First, I wanted to show you my Transfer Tuesday tracker. So if we scroll over to May, these were all of the transfers that I initiated in our Transfer Tuesday video, and these are all the ones that are complete. So actually this one did just come through. We are supposed to have $1,001.12 to put in our sinking funds today. But I want to give you a real life example of how this works. If you've been on my channel for a minute, you know that I save all of my transfers and all of that for the end of the month. So I can do all of that just one time a month. I don't like to make multiple transfers. I don't like to address all of these sinking funds multiple times. I just like to do everything one day and be done with it. So I want to give you a real life example of what that looks like today. While I was supposed to transfer $1,001.12, all of that has been transferred into my high yield savings account. I want to show you what that's going to look like when we go to our sinking funds. So if we go to our sinking funds, our lump sum sinking funds, as you can see here, as I've been tracking my transactions throughout the month, May is a horribly expensive month for us. All of these transactions here have already come out of our sinking funds. So these are things, when you look at my monthly budget, I have my lump sum sinking funds category, which is money that I'm going to transfer into my lump sum sinking funds. And then I have my transfers category, which is money, these are expenses that I have that I'm going to transfer out of my lump sum sinking funds to pay for. So in May, we are hit with youth camp. We are hit with HOA fees. We are hit with our life insurance. What else is on here? Oh, our dog meds that we pay for every 6 months. We had vacation. We have sports to pay for. So all of these things came out of those transfers. So I'm about to transfer out a whole bunch of money, like $2,000. And then I'm going to transfer in $1,000. So I've already done this math off camera so that I can figure out exactly how much money I need to apply rather than making a transfer out and then making another transfer in. What I do is just figure out what the difference is and then transfer that or apply that to my sinking funds. So while it looked like we were going to apply $1,001.12 today with all of these things that have come out already and some and the transfer that I made into my lump sum sinking funds for that $1,000.12, what we are going to apply to new sinking funds today is $212.88. I need to figure out how to silence my notifications because I just put out the accountability check text to all of my budget babes because it's Saturday and I check in with all of the budget babes on Saturday. So I send out a text. So they're sounding off right now with, have you done your June budget? What was your gold star moment and what's your goal? And so they're all texting me back right now and it keeps popping up on my computer and I don't want that to end up in this video. So I need to silence my notifications real quick. Okay, so that's silenced right now. So the Budget Babes is the group that I run in my town that we get together and do our budget together every single month. And we always talk about what our gold star moment was. So what went great last month? What are we excited about? What are we going to celebrate? And then our goal for next month. So every week I check in with them and ask them to share something with me. So we are holding each other accountable. What issues are you having this week? Have you checked your transactions? Every week it's something different that I'm asking them to sound off with. But that means my phone is gonna blow up for the next 10 minutes, and then I started a video, so that didn't make a lot of sense. Budget Babes is something that I do completely free though, that I don't make any money doing this. I just help all of these women with their budgets, and we meet, and over the course of a couple coffees, I help them set up their budget, their debt digging plan, and all of that. And it's my treat. I'm in it because I think it's so important, and it's so good for everyone's mental health and financial health to have a budget in place and to be debt free, that it's a passion of mine. So if that's something that you wanted to support, in the description box below, there is a buy me a coffee link. If you want to pay for their coffee when I take them out for coffee, so that I can help them set up their budget, that is in the description box. If you wanted to join the Budget Babes, that is one way you can help support us. So back to sinking funds. After transferring out all of the things that we have spent, because May is my most expensive month of the year, and transferring in that $1,000, $1,001.12, what we have left to apply today is $212.88. So I wanted you to see that this is a real life example about how I do this. I don't always just make these transfers just because that is the number I'm supposed to make. I am all about more than just math moments. If I were to actually be transferring, I'm more likely to make a mistake. So I look at what's going in and what's coming out, and I work with the difference. We have $212 to apply today. So I'm gonna go and we're gonna look at June. So I already changed these due dates for May here to May 2025, so that I can start saving up for the next year. I'm not gonna start another spreadsheet until January for 2025. I'll just change this due date so I can keep saving. How this works, my lump sum sinking funds are sinking funds that go in and come out in the same year. And this is my list. It's extensive. I've talked about it in multiple videos. Anything that is yearly, anything that has caught me off guard or was a surprise, or anything that is a more than just math moment between my husband and I, if it's gonna cause a fight, I'm just gonna put it in this list so we don't have to argue about it. If it's like, I think a Nintendo subscription is in here because it's less than $100, but it does happen yearly. And it was this thing where I was always accusing him, did you buy a video game? And no, it's his subscription and it happens yearly. It's only $25, but I put it in here just to save us some peace of mind. So we're not fighting over something so silly as a subscription over a video game. So that's where my list comes from. Some people just put money into a sinking fund and they don't allocate it the way that I do. But I like to know exactly what that money is going for and exactly how much I need to have saved and when I need to have it saved by, which May is a perfect example for us. I mean, all of this totaled out to like $3,000. And if I hadn't have known that I needed all of that money by May, I could have been in a really bad situation. So I think it's important to list them out, as extensive as your list may be. By the time you're done, I mean, I've been doing this for years, so my list is quite long, but anytime something unplanned happens, typically my answer is to make a sinking fund for it. So you put in what is your sinking fund for, you put in the month that it's due, how much you need, if you have a starting balance. So when January comes and I create this new spreadsheet, some of this will have a starting balance. Then it automatically calculates the amount you need to save, what your current balance is. It'll automatically tell you the months until that is due, and how much a month you need to put aside. Then as your months go on, this is where you're putting in what you're taking out each month and what you're putting in each month. So then that automatically affects these numbers here. So now we're applying $212 and we're gonna start with June because that is the next month that's coming up. So as you can see, June, we're working on our June budget now. So I have 0 months left to save for this because June, it's time to build that June budget. So it says 0 months. So all of these current balances, all of these are met. So I can move on to July. Okay, we're down here for July. So the van, I need 117. I have 101. Oh, that's for 2025, July 2025. So I have $212 to apply. I'm not gonna put anything in there because that's next year. I'm gonna move on to a more urgent. This is 2024, July 2024. So scroll this up. We're gonna start saving for July 2024 items. So if I put in all of these July, okay, so I'm gonna start applying this until we get to $212. So for my AAA, that I have to pay in July, and I need $42.33 for that to be met. The oil change for the van needs $50. Fresh Time Vitamin sale, I'm just gonna skip that one for now because that's kind of a want, not a need. Their vitamins and all of their health supplies go on sale, a really big super sale twice a year. And so we like to stock up. We take track of everything that we need. And lately I've been getting a lot of my supplements either through my functional health doctor or through Amazon Subscribe and Save, and they've been cheaper. And so this Fresh Time Vitamin sales turned into more of a want, not a need. So we're gonna skip that for now. Clothing, we've been taking out of that a little bit too as we need to. So let's just do like $20 in there. That'll give us $200. We might go back and put more in there. School clothes, we'll need to buy some of that in July. School clothes, okay, car insurance premiums. Oh, we're behind on that one. So car insurance premiums, we really need to up that. And the family vacation, we have $2,300 saved for family vacation and $400. So let's put, what are we up to? We're gonna put the rest in that car insurance premium. So we have $42.33. We've got $50 in oil change and $20 for clothes. $112.33 left. If I don't put anything in clothes for now, because that's, so my kids have uniforms for the school clothes. I don't have to buy that in July. They'll still have some uniforms that fit them from next year. Clothing, the only one that needs some clothes is my daughter, and that will be enough. So I'm gonna take that back out of the clothing, and we're gonna go down to car insurance premiums because that's the one I really need to have finished. So 42, okay, we were gonna put a total of $212.88 in there, and I've got minus $42.33 minus $50. That gives us $120.55 to put in car insurance premiums because that's an actual bill with an actual due date. So I really want that one to be met before July. So I still have 1 month to put in $168 more. So let me just double check my math because I put that money in that school clothing one or in the clothing and then took it back out. So I just want to make sure that I've got the right number. So yeah, $42.33 for the AAA, $50 for the oil change, and $120.55. That's $212.88. So we are right on track with all of that. That gives us exactly what we needed to apply today. And so we are good. All of our sinking funds are met for June, and we're most of the way through July. Now, normally, if you've seen my other videos, normally what I'm doing is looking at this monthly amount and just going down the line and applying that. But we got into a bunch of emergency situations, so we were reapplying our sinking funds and taking things out, and my husband was starting a business, so that was another thing. We were like pulling from this sinking fund to fund this and this sinking fund to fund that, and then we reallocated. So now we're just going down as the months get closer and we're applying things that way. And if you are new to doing sinking funds, that's exactly how you'd get started. Whatever's coming up closest, you'd start with that one. Make that your priority sinking fund goal until that's met and keep moving down the line. So May is just a tough and expensive month for us, but we made it through. Thank God for sinking funds. And if you don't have sinking funds, you need to get some, because if you had a month like May, like we do, which I'm sure that you do at some point in your year, it's tough to get through if you don't have sinking funds and if you don't have savings. So start working on getting your sinking funds figured out and get those applied as quickly as possible. So figure out what the sinking fund is, when it's due, how much you need, and then divide that by how many months you have left and start saving that amount every single month. Get yourself some sinking funds. Keep going. You've got this.